welcome to another episode of Talks with Leeds. Now, I just want to say I'm sorry it's taken me so long to come back and do another video. I know you guys have been waiting, but life has been kicking my butt. I'm going to be real with you lot. Like, living in London right now is the absolute ghetto. So, I've been going through it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm human, and just trying to keep up with this content thing, adding something new into my life is just crazy. Like, dealing with the kids, and obviously my kids, they do a lot. If you know me, my kids do a lot. They do all kinds of activities, so that alone is a full-time job. My son does football, so the football world, you already know. You're doing drop-offs several times a week. My daughter, she's a gymnast /track/ athletics. She does athletics, she runs, so that's a whole nother job as well. Then on top of it, I'm supposed to stay slim, I'm supposed to go to the gym, I'm supposed to keep cute, have my hair done, have my nails done, and work a full-time job. I can't lie, I've been going through it. And not only that, obviously, as we all do, we all have family dramas, things that go on, just domestic, just unnecessary headaches, you know. So that's a little bit about what I've been going through. My rant's over, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys, like I said, this is a real safe space. I'm always gonna come in here and keep it real with you. I'm always gonna tell you how I'm feeling, even if it's bad. When I'm feeling shit, I'm gonna say I'm feeling shit. When I'm feeling good, I'm gonna say I'm feeling good. And I just kind of want you lot to come on the journey with me, feel the real emotions I go through, and share yours as well. Like, let's talk, man. Like I said, this is Talks with Leeds. So your interaction matters. Let me know what things are bothering you on a day-to-day basis. Like, is it just living in London? Because I'm not gonna lie, London is tough to live in right now. It's just miserable. Like, it's summer right now, and as much as it feels a lot brighter, that makes things a little bit better, but just the energy, the atmosphere, like, people, like, I'm always gonna say something about let's just be nicer, okay? Let's support each other. Like, everyone, we don't need to be stepping on anybody to climb above anybody. Let's just support people and be kind, because everybody is going through it right now. Like, there's no need to keep trying to save face, and even the people that are doing the best, a lot of you are just not happy, and we get it. Do you know what I mean? We understand. We're all on the same page. So, yeah.
Okay, Leeds, we've got a question from a viewer. They've said, "Hey Leeds, love the podcast. I've been struggling with my mum for years. She constantly puts me down, telling me I'm too sensitive, too dramatic, or that I think I'm better just because I moved out and started doing well for myself. She'll call me crying, asking why I don't visit anymore. But the minute I do, she starts picking at me for everything. My weight, my clothes, my partner. I leave every visit feeling drained, and then she'll just guilt trip me by saying, 'You only have one mum.' I feel sick between keeping the peace and protecting my sanity. Leeds, what should I do?"
Girl, I'm not gonna lie, protect your peace. Don't go there. Stop going there. If all she's doing is putting you down, and every time you leave you're feeling like crap, don't go there. Or you gotta tell her. Like, you don't have to be disrespectful. You can even write her a letter or send her a text message and just tell her how what she's doing is making you feel. If you've not tried that, then I would maybe try that, because it is your mum. And obviously, it just sounds like she's hurt. It sounds like she's missing you. It sounds like she wants you home, and she's manipulating you into feeling guilty for leaving her all alone. Obviously, it sounds like she doesn't have any company, and she doesn't feel very good about herself right now. So when you're coming around, she's feeling like she wants to make you feel some type of way, because she's feeling some type of way about the fact that you've left her, basically. But it's manipulative, and it's wrong, and I feel like you either address it or you just cut her off. And the thing is, when I say cut her off, you don't even have to cut her off as in it's your mum, okay? You have one mum, and I'm never going to tell anybody not to speak to their parent, but You don't have to maybe speak to her as often. You can create boundaries and answer your phone when you choose to, especially if you know it's going to put you in a certain mood. Maybe only answer her phone calls when you're feeling like you can actually deal with that. And there's a lot of people in our lives where you have to be in a certain mood to be able to speak to them. So that's fine. And if your mum falls in that list, then you deal with her accordingly. If you can't express to her how she's making you feel, if you don't feel like, you can have those kind of conversations with her, then try a text. Send her a message and say, Mum, I don't really like how every time I come around, you're always doing this, you're always doing that. It makes me feel like this. Like, it makes me feel like I don't want to be around you. It's draining me. Like, you're making me unhappy. And you can very politely say, if you carry on, then I'm just not going to come around no more. You give her that warning. And you go back around once more, and if she does it again, you just don't go back there, mum or not. You can be there for her if she genuinely needs you, but we need to normalize loving people from a distance. It's okay. And some people are going through their own battles, so they're not in a position, they're not in a state of mind where they're able to love you how you deserve to be loved. And they don't understand that, even when told. So you now have to protect your own mental health, your own peace, and just remove yourself from the equation. You don't need to deal with it. I hope that answers your question. And I'm glad you love the podcast, by the way. Honestly, I'm trying. I'm sorry I've not been as consistent as I'd like to be, but we move.
So we have another question. Hey Leeds, so here's my dilemma. I've been best friends with this girl since college. We were like sisters, birthdays, sleepovers, holidays together. But since I've started focusing on my goals, like getting serious about my businesses, going to the gym, cutting out my distractions, she's gone cold. She makes little comments like, you've changed, or you think you're better now. But really, I just don't want to sit on FaceTime gossiping for hours anymore. It hurts because I still love her, but it's like they're growing in two different directions and she's punishing me for it. Am I being a bad friend, or is it okay to just outgrow people?
Girl, you've outgrown her. Yeah, and don't feel guilty for it. I feel like sometimes in friendships, when a particular friend is moving faster or doing better than another one, they tend to feel jealous, and they tend to feel like they're getting left behind, and they just don't feel like they can catch up. And rather than, speaking to you as their friend and saying, girl, I feel like, you're doing your thing right now. Like, what can I do? Like, have you got any ideas? Like, they rather just be prideful and be negative and start treating you away. But it's got nothing to do with you. It's nothing that you're doing wrong. It's genuinely how she feels about herself. And I would just say, again, I would say have a conversation, but it just sounds like she's a little bit childish, because anybody that is grown and, got things going on for themselves isn't going to be upset that you're moving forward. But unfortunately, there's just some jealous bad mind people. There is just some jealous bad mind people, and your friend is one of them. Yeah, I've been in that position before. I remember I had a friend back in the day who we were like cool, rolling every day, like proper cool. The minute I started doing a little bit better, I'm not even going to go into detail because it's just going to be too big. But the minute I started stepping up in life and doing a little bit better, all of a sudden, my girl started chatting me. My girl started talking about me, saying this, saying that, whatever not. And then found an excuse to basically fall out with me. And then when we actually had an argument, everything in my life that she was there to experience with me, she just threw back in my face. It's like, bruv, you're a bitch. But anyway, I'm not even going to give those people too much energy. I just say that to say, not all of your friends are permanent. Some friends are in your life for a stage, in like a certain amount of time. They're there to fit a certain purpose, or sometimes you're just there to be fit a certain purpose in somebody else's life. And now that you know you're taking more care of yourself, naturally all the negative things around you are going to start going away because your life is aligning and going in the direction that it's supposed to be going. And that's a positive thing. If that friendship doesn't withhold through the good, through the bad, then it's not a friendship that's supposed to last. So I just think all relationships, friendships go through a test, and that's the test for you and your friend. And she's absolutely failed it with flying colours. So yeah, you just need to know what to do with that. But I wish you all the best. And guys, can I just say, I really don't, one thing I really, really don't like in our like Black communities, like there's too much sweeping things under the carpet. Like, why don't we like to address things? Like, why don't we like to talk about things? Why can I not say that this person has done this to hurt me and I want an apology? Why don't we like to take accountability? You know, I'm saying we because I'm talking to, it's a community, yeah? There's just always this thing of, okay, I've done something to someone, we leave it for like a certain amount of time, we don't speak, we don't address it, and then we just end up talking again because we're family. No. Like, even in my own household with my kids, as much as young as they are, yeah, like when I'm angry or I say something, I always say speak. Like, speak. Because my daughter, for example, she's going to be a teenager soon. And sometimes when I'm like telling her off, I see her face get push up, I see her get mad, I see her get attitude. And for me, you've got an attitude because you feel some type of way in it. And rather than you sit down and you build up negative feelings towards me, like I ask her, like, what's your problem? Speak. Like, tell me what is it? I want to know what it is that triggered you to feel like that, because it might be one particular thing I said that you don't necessarily like that might make you feel like, oh, I'm trying to put you down or I'm trying to embarrass you. So I always give her the opportunity to speak because I think it's healthy. I feel like just because I'm the parent doesn't mean that I'm always right. And I acknowledge that because I've grown up and my parents haven't always been right. And, you know, because I've grown up to be fair, my parents are mad cool, but growing up in African culture, I just naturally have that respect where I don't challenge my parents. I don't feel the need to attack them or address every little thing that I find a problem. And a lot of that sometimes comes from just not wanting to upset them, just not wanting to create a bad vibe or make them feel away or even embarrass them. So for me, as a parent, I always try to give my child the opportunity to say what it is exactly that's like, obviously, yeah, me shouting is not nice, but what is it exactly that's made you get in your own little mood now? Like, is there anything in particular? Most of the time she'll be like, nothing. But I still leave that window open for her to be able to say, because brushing things under the carpet, it just builds resentment. It builds years and years of anger. And then obviously, if you're not expressing it, one day you will. Everybody grows up. If you've been, sweeping things under the carpet with family members since a child, naturally, when you get older, one day your own life frustrations are going to get to you and you're going to switch and you're going to disrespect the hell out of whoever it is. And that's where like toxic family relationships kind of stem from, like not dealing with underlying issues that have been ongoing for many, 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 many years. And a lot of these things filter down from generations. Like a lot of them, here I go, how cliche, like I'm going to talk about generational curses. A lot of that stems from that. And obviously, all of us are trying to break generational curses. And a lot of us are still healing from traumas that our parents don't even know they've caused. Can you imagine? Our parents, not even just our parents, family members, people that you grew up with, people that you love, people that should have made you feel safe. A lot of us are dealing with traumas that they are not even aware. Do you know how many, for example, I saw on TikTok a couple of weeks ago, a woman that was basically like confronting her uncle in the car, a Jamaican woman confronting her uncle in the car about how he used to touch her and molest her. And the man acted like he can't remember. Either he can't remember or he was acting like he couldn't remember. But she told her mum at some point and her mum didn't believe her. And she's finally got the opportunity to confront. And do you know how brave it was of her to actually tell that man as a big man? Because a lot of people couldn't do it. They would have beat the shit out of the old man, because I would have. Not gonna lie, if that happened to me and the man's now 80 and he's feeble and I've got him in my whip, I'm banging you a couple times and then you're gonna have to apologize. Because what is that? But yeah, anyway, balance is the answer, guys. Don't be like me. I've got a little list here of three signs of a toxic family relationship. Guilt tripping, competing with you, shaming your choices, emotional unavailability, and disrespecting your boundaries. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this goes for friendships as well, because I'm gonna say it, because I feel like there's too many competitive spirits in like family relationships, friend relationships, in males and females. Yeah, it's not just women. Men go through it too. Yeah, like this culture of like competing with somebody that you're supposed to want to win with doesn't make sense to me. Like, especially the brothers and sisters one, like that confuses me. Why are you jealous of your sibling? Why are you trying to compete with your sibling? Why are you trying to be better than your sibling? Don't you want everybody to win in their own capacity? That to me isn't a normal way of thinking, and it's just too common, too common in our society, where people just feel like family members, friendships are in competition with each other. Guilt tripping. Imagine guilt tripping somebody because their life is going better than yours, and at that moment in time, and you just feel like they don't deserve to be happy. So you make them feel bad, or you now make them feel like they have to downplay the positive things that are going on in their life because you feel shit. Like, one thing about me, you see, when I'm feeling shit, I still clap for everybody around me the loudest. So I just don't understand this energy of like having to downplay yourself when good things are happening for you around the people that are supposed to love you. Like, anybody that cannot support you, no matter the weather, as in no matter whether they're going through a storm, whether they have, like, if you can't support me and you are somebody that I consider to be a close person in my life, or you've got something negative to say because of the way you're feeling, then I'm not gonna lie, you just need to move. Like, and I just feel like we need to just start calling these people out and just, you're a hater. Like, you're a hater. Let's normalize getting rid of them. Push them to one side so all the haters can go and create their own club and let them hate on each other. They don't need to be here hating on the ones with pure hearts. Like, they need to go and build their own community and go and disrespect each other and compete with each other. Because anybody that is confident, sure of themselves, is not really checking on what anybody else is doing. Like, don't get me wrong, like, we're human, innit? It's natural to feel emotions, and it's natural to look at things and maybe feel like that's what you desire. But to now turn that into a negative feeling and start moving mad with somebody else because something positive is going on for them, it's just weird. And you need to get over yourself, okay? Next thing I'm gonna say is it's okay to set boundaries, yeah? A lot of people tend to feel disrespected or feel like you're going on like you're too nice because you now all of a sudden don't want to accept their disrespect towards you. Okay. What do you want me to do about that? Like, I don't take it no more. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not accepting it. Go and bang your head on a tree. Like, what am I supposed to do about that? If you are making me feel like shit, sorry, you're disturbing my peace, you're making me unhappy, there's no need for me to keep you around. So why is that a problem for you? Or even if I decide to keep you around, but I now don't allow you to maybe talk on the phone to me, or I now decide that I ain't gonna tell you my business, because every time I tell you my business, you got something negative to say. It's never like, even criticism and negativity are two different things, yeah? So a lot of people, when you're moving jealous and you're coming with your bad energy, most of the times your friends can see you. We see you. We feel it. We know you're doing it. We choose to ignore. Like, we choose to give you a blight out of grace because we just don't want the drama. Yeah? When people choose to tolerate the way you're speaking to them, or tolerate you passing your place, or tolerate unnecessary behavior, it's a choice. Your friends are aware. Don't think you're disrespecting anybody and they don't know it's happening. Don't, because we're watching, we can see you. All the little, like, what do they call it? Microaggressions. Oh, but, you know, oh, why did you do it like that for? Or why didn't you do it like this? Or, I thought you said you was gonna, shut up. Half of you are not happy. Shut your mouth. You have no business coming and thinking you can dictate or judge me on what I'm doing, or no. Stay in your lane. Your negativity, if you like, unless I tell you I want to compete with you, unless I tell you let's go to the park and race, let's see who's faster, don't compete with me, because I'm not competing with you. I'm competing with myself in life. Yeah, you're sitting down watching me and feeling like, oh, I want to be like her. Watch, I'm not even leveled up. I don't want to be like me. Right now, I'm living life very, very basic. If you don't like me because of how I live my life now, you wait till my blessings start falling on me. Continue to, not even start, they're already falling on me. But wait till the showers start coming, because I'm going to share it. And it's not even to gloat. It's going to be a testimony. It's going to be something for me to motivate with, because that's just how I am. I don't feel the need to come and make anybody else feel like they're beneath me because I might be doing something good at this moment in time. Life is a very, very funny thing. Yeah. Like, and the way everybody is claiming mental health, yeah, you people are really going to get mental health. So you don't know what is going to get to you later on in life. Yeah, we're all still very young, some of us. And I keep saying young, like I'm even bracketing my audience. I could have people, but I'm talking about between 20 to 40. That's who I'm probably thinking is, watching me, other than obviously my family members that are supporting me. But if there's any older people, let me know. Give me a shout. Tell me if I need to, mature it up a little bit. But if you're here, then... So guys, while we're on this topic of like toxic family relationships and just, yeah, I saw a video on TikTok that it's traumatized me a little bit, because I don't get it. But if you guys, let me tell you guys and see what you guys think, because I'm just a little bit like, why would you do that? So basically, there's a video of a TikTok that went viral of a woman, I think she's Latina or Spanish, and her daughter, she basically went on live and cut her daughter's braids out from the root on live. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what to say. Where's the dad? Because if I ever cut my daughter's hair from the root and her dad, where's the mum's friends? I just think you're a hater. You wanted to embarrass your daughter. You wanted to make her feel ugly. You wanted to make her feel insecure because she didn't do homework. Don't get me wrong, I get kids need punishing, but there's so many other things that you could have done. You went on live, the internet. That's going to be there forever, of you publicly humiliating her by cutting her hair by the root and then letting her stand there. Like, literally, I just can't fathom it. I just think it's wickedness. I think it's just wickedness. That is a form of abuse. I would have rather, I'm not gonna lie, I'm for corporal punishment. I would have rather you slapped her up. You've cut her hair, that's a long lasting thing. She's gonna look in the mirror for the next how much years until her hair grows back. All because she missed some homework and okay, her teacher called a few times. Like, I bet that mum, yeah, before she took that course of action, you haven't even looked into why your daughter's having a hard time at school. you're saying your daughter hasn't done her homework, yeah? Is it not your responsibility as her parent to ensure that that homework is done before she leaves your house?
Do you think some parents or mothers can be jealous of their daughters?
100%. I feel like a lot of mothers are. I feel like, remember, this goes back to that whole thing of, you know, you've lived your life, yeah, and you've made certain choices that maybe weren't good, yeah, and then now you've gotten to an age where you're older now, you've lost your confidence, you might not have a man, and then you've got your daughter who looks just like how you was when you was that age. She looks good, she's in her prime, you feel like you've lost it and you don't have a companion on top of that. And she has a man. Oh God. Like, it's just too common. It's more common than people think. Obviously, you should not be jealous, because you should want for your children what you didn't necessarily have or don't necessarily have. I feel like as a parent, it's natural to want your children to have better than you, and, you know, make better choices than you, and just live an overall better life than you. So I don't get where the jealousy comes from, but I understand what can cause it. I understand that a lot of women feel hard done by, especially if they've raised the children by themselves. They're bitter, they're resentful, and unfortunately they just take it out on their daughters, especially if their daughters look like the dad, or the dad loves off the daughter. Imagine this, yeah, let me just give a scenario. I was going to be mixed up and just pose something to you, yeah. Imagine how many women, yeah, have had kids for men that don't want them no more, yeah, but the dad adores the kids and does everything for the kids, and no matter how sexy you turn yourself up and look attractive, he just don't want you, he's just not on it. But he's got his new woman and he just loves her off and treats her like a queen, and he's about to get married to her. You'll be bitter. You, as a human, as a woman, it's in your natural instinct to naturally, especially if you're not in a good place for yourself, you will be angry, you will feel some type of way if you're not in a position where you've got your own man, or you've got your own relationship, or you're happy, or you've moved on, or you've just genuinely found peace within yourself. You're going to be super, super mad. And every minute the kids are, oh, mummy, look what daddy got me. And then make it worse, you saw him and daddy's looking nice. Daddy's looking healthy. Do you get what I mean? But you're single and alone. Yeah, I get it. It's not a nice place to be. But I feel like, I'm not going to say being single is a choice, because it's hard out here. Do you know how many of my friends are telling me that, like, dating is like that bollock these days? One of my brethren said to me the other day, one married man tried to move to her and told her she could be the second wife. I said, are you okay? Is that how you're moving to girls? Oh, don't worry about my wife, don't worry, like, young girl like you needs to get looked after, like, these young boys can't do that for you, let me look after you, I'll look after you, my wife is well looked after. So you're even mentioning your wife again. It's disgusting out here. Everyone's got baby mums that they live with. Like, let's not even talk about the men that are ladies men, the gallus, because half of them are homeless. I can't lie to you. Most gallus, yeah, are galluses because they're homeless. And they survive by hopping from one house to the other. That is their survival mode. I'll be honest with you. Most galleys don't have a yard of their own, but they live in like 6 different women's house. And they got keys to 6 different, so they're good. But, you know, guys, stay safe out here anyway. I'm going to stop chatting my shit for today. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.